Okay, it looks like we are ready to get this show back on the road. I am properly refreshed. Let me just sort out my standard logistics very quickly. I just need to pause that and rearrange my windows so I can see what is going on. Hello everyone and welcome back. Right, this is much better. There we go, all nicely arranged. Okay, so just as a quick summary where we got to. Hey there, Wallerfried. Good to have you joining again. I see you're doing particularly well at the moment. Jeez, level 62 already. So we're up to level 37. We are gradually working our way through Chapter 1. We're taking it a little bit easy, trying not to push ourselves a little bit too hard. It is hardcore, of course. We don't want to die before we've had a chance to actually find our cheat death at level 50. So we're going to jump straight back in. I've realised that when we finished on that Nephilim Rift before, I never actually handed it in because I closed the game so I could get my food ordered without actually paying attention to that. So we're going to have to run another Rift anyway. We also need to go and kill Diablo, kill Iswal, and reach level 50. So we're pushing on to do each of those. Hey there, Helldog. Welcome back. Let's jump on in. I think let's go kill Diablo first. And then we'll kill Iswal first, just so that those are ticked off. And then we'll go do... we'll also get this sorted as well. We need something suitably icy and fiery. Now, at the moment, I'm just looking at the outside. That's kind of nice as a bit of a base. In fact, let's go for fiery. And we'll go for, like, internal icy colours, I think. Sunburst? No. Stars? Not really. If only there was one that looked particularly frosty. Get more flames in there. Yeah, more flames. More flames for that. And then the sigil. Is there a giant snowflake that could work? Fallen Star doesn't really look the part. Choices, choices. How hard can it be to get something that looks a little bit like cold? And Ogden's is reasonable, but it's not quite what I'm going for with it. All the monk ones. You know what, we'll keep Ascendants. For the accent, let's go for wings under that. We're going to have that in the centre. And then let's go for a decent colouring on that. Yes, we get like some blue flames around the edge maybe? Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll do. That'll be fair enough. Yes, Wallerfried is doing particularly well at the moment. I'm happy enough with that. Okay, so we're going to go and kill Diablo. We still have Act 3 and 4 to do from just like being able to complete a full set of bounties, but we'll do those later. Sorry, was it Act 3 and 4 or was it Act 4 and 5? Act 4 and 5, that was it. So let's go kill Diablo. And then we can take things forwards from there. Now, just as a reminder, we are aiming for the Firebird set. We're doing a lot of fire-based arcane torrenting. And hello, Treasure Goblin. No, dodged that successfully. He's not going to get away, though. He is definitely going down. There we go. All gone. We may as well kill you while we're here. No. Don't like all your multiples. They're not helpful at all. Hello, Sniper. I've only been going for a couple of moments, so you've not really missed much. Right. That dude is gone. We're on our way to kill Diablo. It'll be good fun. Just a reminder, if you have subscribed to the channel and want to be notified when I go live, you need to ensure that you click the bell icon. I'm sure those of you that want it have already done that, and YouTube is still just playing silly buggers every now and then, but it's worth knowing for those that haven't been told it in the past. Yeah, stop following me, you little annoying things. Oi, no charging. Charging is not allowed. Flaming is not allowed. Jeez, have a meteor. Completely dodging. Oi, stop charging. I want to get to Diablo before my weapon becomes useless. Ah. Fine, you know what? We'll stop and we'll kill just a couple of them. Nope. Bad kitty. Very bad kitty. Right. Pop those, make sure we are ready to go. Ah, that's very, very strange. For those of you joining, welcome. I hope you're having a very fun Friday. We've already done 3 hours of the new season. Then I stopped for a food break. We're now carrying on. And we're going to be here for about the next 3 hours, through until about midnight, I expect. Oi, come back, Mr. Diablo. Nah, he totally throws himself on me. What a fool. What a fool. Now the meteor is not quite as powerful as just doing the arcane torrent, so when we're ready, there we go. We'll get this powered up and just start pummeling him. 1.1 million health he's got. And as our arcane power gets up to max, we do it again. We don't really have any special equipment to help us doing this. We don't have Herbidash's binding. We don't have the boots of Nilfa. We don't have the etched sigil that I want. So I really want to teleport out of that. No! Stop touching me. Why? Why do you have to keep touching me? Right. Phase 1 done. That didn't take too long. Hey there, Fallen. Welcome back. Oh, he's doing like an Arcane Hydra. And Spectral Blade. Dead. And here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Ah. He's got a fraction of the health that Veal Diablo has. And we're taking off a good amount each time we hit. I mean, look at that. It's just like bombing down. Yeah, I think I can defeat my own tower. With a decent crit, we do like 9,000 damage. So it's all there pretty good. As long as he stays there, I can keep getting more health back than it's costing. Wait, don't run away from me. I'm trying to murder you. Wait, don't. Slow time bubble on me. I'll show you a slow time bubble. Right, he's nearly gone. There we go. A little bit, a little bit. I mean, I would run away from me as well. But it's, you know, if he's supposed to be a shadow clone of me, I would expect, you know, him to do the opposite. Just in case, let's go round. Really don't want, like, nasty. You just, like, stop blocking me. Do you even know what you're doing, Diablo? Apparently he does. He was going to attack and then he got stunned. Let's teleport out of that. Oh, well, one of them got me. That's not too bad. It's a bit of damage, but we heal up plenty quick enough. And he is on his way out. Oh, the throes of death. Oh no, woe is me. Cool. Well, that's one part of the season journey done. Let's go and kill Iswal. This is to tick off the bits of the season journey, so we can focus on part 2 and actually start to get the Firebird sets. We're going to have to gain a lot of levels, I know, but I'd rather, you know, do them sooner rather than later. And certainly with the boss fights, straight after you've just sorted out your weaponry is probably the best time to do it. Boom, boom, boom. Let's take out that cat. Right, let's just move on and see if we can find the way to Iswal. Right, fine. We'll kill a couple of things on the way. I mean, when they get that close, you just kind of have to bomb them all together. But with Area of Effect, and I do love Area of Effect, it's a lot easier. Curse chest for the extra experience. That takes us up to level 39. 11 more levels and we will get a cheat death, which will be really nice. Very much looking forward to having a cheat death skill. At the moment we've got our teleport for getting out of trouble, but I'd rather we didn't need to use it in emergencies, and we could just use it for locomotion. There we go. Right, let's go take on Captain Freeze.
Demons and angels alike fled there, and some of them, including Inarius and Lilith, fell in love. Many of these unions resulted in...
Give me that extra speed. Look at that. Zoom, zoom, zoom. 38 seconds of speed bonus. For what it's worth. So he's got 904, had 941,000 health. A bit less than Diablo. About the same as the Shadow Diablo, actually, come to think of it. We do get reinforcements, but so does he. No flaming. I told your colleagues that earlier. Whoa, that was tactical teleporting, let's call it that. No, all of that right underneath me could be quite painful. I'll take a hard pass. Computer says no. Doesn't actually hurt that much at this level. But conceptually, it could be really bad. So, you know, you have to dodge just on the off chance. At a higher level difficulty, that would have been quite fatal. But then again, at a higher level difficulty, I would not have let it happen at all. And we would have had a cheat death, so swings and roundabouts. That is the slick deal done. Yeah, Sniper, Exploding Palm is so much fun. Wait until you are bouncing around all over the place, applying it with 7-sided strike and exploding it with 7-sided strike. Okay, so we need to reach level 50 and we need to complete a Nephilim Rift. We didn't actually hand in the Nephilim Rift earlier. That was my fault, being an absolute idiot and closing the game. Wow, someone's already unlocked Superhuman. And we are 5 hours into the season. That is some pretty quick going. Like, obscenely quick going, but still pretty amazing. Alright. So, salvage. This is going in here, and we are going to jump in a Nephilim Rift. And this time, we will actually hand it in at the end.
Embrace your power, and you will survive.
Wow. So they've already done that. Again, I am amazed at how well organized people are in order to do this. I mean, it's far more commitment than I have to the game. And probably far more commitment than I'm going to have to the game anytime soon. But still, you can respect it. Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. You know, someone just bought them supplies. In my previous setup downstairs, my lovely lady could hand me beer from off camera. But now the entrance is directly behind me, just underneath the flag. So there's no way of sneaking beer into the room without it being seen on screen. Sad times. Sad times. Let's not stand in the middle of that. That just seems like a bad idea waiting to happen. Just you know, quit it with all the Frozens already. Just let it go. Don't worry, I'm not going to start singing songs from Frozen. If my brother was here, I probably would, just to annoy him a bit. But for just you guys, I will hold off. Save your ears. I just love that so much, the ragdolling. A monkey butler indeed. Well, if I could train my cats to bring me beer, that would be kind of equivalent. Let's just say no. Let's just say no to that. Can I just face tank it? Yes, I can. Probably not advisable, but it's possible. But then again, most of the stuff I do is probably not advisable, but possible. Right, he's gone. I can't wait until we get Herg Bash's binding. It'll make such a difference just not having to worry about arcane power at all. Oh, what? Season's still not started on console. But it must be like nearly time for it to start in America if it's not already. That is sad times indeed. That laugh in the background there sounded a little bit like Mr. Bean. It's like that little chuckle laugh thing that Rowan Atkinson does. Although, you know, slightly more demonic, of course. You have to contextualize everything. If Mr. Bean was a demon from hell, then he would have sounded like that. No, cat, don't touch me. Now, as I said earlier, I do know that this is not necessarily the most efficient way of gaining levels. I'm not trying to rush my way through, I'm just trying to have a bit of a laugh and enjoy and learn the skills even more. Right, so at level 40, we've got nothing over here. We don't get Black Hole until 61. Flame Ward's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Meteor, we don't get Meteor Shower until 48. That's what we're going to be going for eventually. And yeah, let's go for Conduit until we can get Ignite, because that'll help with our arcane power levels quite significantly, actually. Ooh, hello. Let's hit you with some big things. What? Stop knocking me around. Not very nice. Just, you know, lie down and die. Just stand out of that for a second. Yeah, soon we're going to get to the point where we're going to want to move away from Cane Set. I'm probably going to hold on to it until level 50. Same with Born stuff. But at that point, we'll definitely want to be switching it up for more useful things. But by that point, we'll have done part 1 of the season journey anyway.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
Indeed I do. Humble as well. Nothing up there. Alright. There's a lot of fireballs coming this way. Let's get them gone. Rule number 1, Gimp the Mage. Or Geek the Mage, depending on which culture you draw it from. More arcane on you, and you. Right, cats are down. These guys, they reflect damage, I'm not that fussed about that. We can just use them as a bit of a sink for arcane power. Cool, 44%. I'm getting good experience from this. And after this we'll go back and we'll carry on doing some more bounties. I do wonder whether this particular build style is going to be as effective as I hope. for clearing out large groups. I think it will. I think black hole's really what's going to make that happen, especially with the etched sigil and meteor. You know, getting everything set on fire. So, oh my god, stop already. Stop with the flaming, with the charging, with the freezing, all of it. Nope. Because these things can kill very quickly. Right, there we go. Don't worry, I won't sing. Not for the moment, anyway. Reflects damage. All those shots missing me. It's just like pew 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 pew. A little bit like a Jedi, like a bad fantasy Jedi. Right, 53%. Let's get a nice group together. So much knockback. Definitely going to have to think about whether I want to just change my my planned gems around to prevent that. It might be the invigorating gemstone that can prevent it. Although I don't know whether that's just like prevents you being frozen and jailed and stuff. I may need to experiment to find out. Couple more. Couple more. Take them out. Gone. Right. And then we can loot this chest. What's in the chest? Not much. We are getting better gems, though. A sign of our leveling. Which is all progress. Definitely all good progress. Well, we've got Frenzy Trine. That'll make us spend our arcane power even faster. I think we'll just move on from this level. We've pretty much cleared all I care about on it. Oh, we're so close to level 41. Another Frenzy Trine. Well, let's top it up. And there is the 41. I mean, once we're at this point, it is a lot faster leveling up, of course. Certainly than it was right at the start. Because we're better geared than we were right at the start for the mobs we're taking on. We're better skilled. And it's the utility of your skills that really, really helps. So these are teleporters. If they survive long enough to be. Let's just face tank it until he dies. There we go. Alright. I won't do it to Greg, don't worry. Oh, cool. It's all CC effects, including knockback. That is really good. So I may have to do that just so that I don't end up getting gimped on my damage output by being knocked around. And also, you know, it'll stop me getting frozen or locked in place. So it's not necessarily a bad plan. But it really depends on how survivable I end up feeling. If I'm massively, like, super survivable, then it may not be worth it. keep taking him down. We're out of arcane power. Let's build that back up, and then we'll take out the last of these. Right, you first. Then you're gone. Your friend too. Stitch it and your mama. Now, when we've got our cheat death and when we've started building up the Firebird set, with Illusionist we can use our teleport a lot more for locomotion. Anytime we take over 50% of our life and damage inside of a second, it will reset teleport. So we'll just be able to keep moving all over the place. Very useful for when you get blindsided by massive charging mobs that can do more damage than you have life at once. So you always have 2 teleports to then get away from it. I can hear another goblin. Let's clear this area out completely as much as we can, and then we'll find out where he is. Okay, just build up some arcane power. And where is this goblin? Yeah, this way. There he is. Keep the damage on. Right, now we can focus on these guys. I'm gonna have to stop doing that though. Being super reckless is not a good idea. Let's clear out the ads first. Right, Ember, hello! Ooh, that was a little bit close on the health front. Only 1 million health, so not actually that dangerous. Okay, half dead. That is Ember is rather than me. Teleport, so get shots on you. We'll face tank this one. And that meteor actually was enough to reset our teleport, so that's good to know. Just die already! Be gone! There we go. Hey, we get a wizard hat. That's pretty cool. Alright, now there was another couple of gems. So we'll just grab those. And then we will head back and hand it in. Now these gems are going to become kind of outdated in just a fraction of a moment, but we can use them for our other character, which will give us a little bit of an advantage. So let's go back and let's actually hand this in this time. Huzzah! So that takes us up to level 42. Hey Amos, You want to come and help me play? I know. I know. Okay, well, settle yourself down. And we'll see what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to identify this first. I'm just going to reply to a message very quickly. I know, buddy, I know. You love Diablo as much as the next cat, don't you? Just, you know, don't knock me while I'm in the middle of playing. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got for kit. That's slightly better damage, not much better. Certainly we're going to lose a hell of a lot if we switch across to it. It's interesting. I don't think we're going to use it because we'll lose out on the plus 50% experience. So this can go across here, ready for popping in the cube at least. We'll salvage up the rest of the stuff we've got, and then I think we'll drop these gems off. Yep, Amos is a hardcore cat indeed. Alright, so that's going to go there. Drop, 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 drop. New gem, new gem. These aren't the type that we care about. We're really kind of looking for the topazes. Right, and what else do we have on here? Probably just reach level 50. Yep, reach level 50. Okay, well, let's carry on with bounties. We're going to be doing the Act 4 ones. So, let's start from the left and work our way across. $75 mobs to kill, and Jared. We'll just refresh these. Here's a start.
How does that feel?
Now, does it work with all bodies? Yes, it does. That's never going to get old. I'm going to be doing that all season. It's quite an interesting tactic, that, using the electrocute in order to get their armor off, and then going in with the big guns. I suspect with anything that attacks fast enough, that would be a reasonable method to use. Yeah, let's just push on. There's going to be plenty of mobs for us to take out, and we've got lots of bounties to get done. My word, that is annoying. When you're trying to reply to a message and you actually have something on your phone at the time. Yep, that seems pretty reasonable. Okay, we've only got 10 mobs left that we actually need to kill on this. Let's drop a meteor down on them because we'll hit a large number of them together, but mostly this is just going to be Arcane Torrent over the edge, and nope, you ain't going to freeze me. Ah, it doesn't go. Gets snagged on the wall. Much like they're snagged on the wall, so I can't really complain, but still not brilliant. Come on, settle down, Amos. I don't need you getting me killed. That's going to be really inconvenient. How would I feel if someone memeified me? I think it's kind of already been done a number of times, but... They say art is a form of flattery. I guess it depends on what the intention is behind it. If someone wants to be a dick, they can just be a dick and then, like, bugger off. If it's just for a bit of a laugh and humour, then, yeah, I'd take a joke as much as the next person. Right, you. Jared. Ever the Sun. Emmerdale was, let's say, not the height of entertainment when we were growing up. In fact, is it still going now? It may still be going now. Boring countryside people with really benign, dull lives. That's what I remember. Yeah, trying to force drama into something that should have no drama. Right. Hell Rift level 2, this should be pretty straightforward, and killing Sledge. And we're going to get a ton of experience on the way because of the shrine and that fountain. And look at it shooting up. Jeez, we're going to gain a level in just a moment, I'm sure. Let's refresh our armor and magic weapon, just so they definitely don't expire. There we go, level 43. What does that unlock for us? Scramble, don't care about that. Comet, that's what we care about. And then, go away. And then we get Meteor Shower next level. In fact, we'll keep it on the current one because we've got extra fire damage with Mage Fist. But in 5 levels time, we'll switch across to Meteor Shower. Aha! You tried to hit me, but I was not there. I had moved. I love that Cormac's still trying. I mean, he's hacking away at the legs of this giant behemoth thing with a tiny crappy axe I gave him hours ago. Okay, grab that. And onto the Guns of Hope 13. Are you actually going to settle down, Amos, or are you just turning around? What are you doing? You don't know. Alright, well, just, you know, don't get me killed. General rule of thumb for any game, don't get me killed. One down. These are molten, so I want to be a little bit careful with them. There we go. Indeed. What a monstrous creature in... We're going that way. Any more to kill on the way, or is it just us walking along? I think it's just us walking along. Alright. Kill this. And the portal should be just down here. Now this is going to be the Bound Shaman, which is always a little bit funky. Let's get these refreshed. I'll just wait for my arcane power to come back. And then let's give it a go. One down. And we're getting a lot of arcane power back from these, but these shaman are annoying as all hell. There's another. There's another. Really sorry, mate, you gotta die. There we go. All of them gone. It's not a difficult one to do, but if you've got limited mobility and you're feeling a little bit underpowered, which I am a tiny bit at the moment, then you just do have to really focus on the task at hand, which is the shaman, and then you can mop up everything else afterwards. And I speak like I'm an expert on the matter, but no. No, that's just my tactic. I mean, it seems to work well enough for me. And most importantly, I don't die because of it. Right, how many more are left? There can't be many. Just, is it just you? It was. Alright, well, we get double chests. Bits and bobs, and in the other chest, more bits and bobs. Yay, trash junk. Okay, so we'd already started this one with some of the kills. So we've got 15 kills left to do. This should be actually really quick. As long as we don't get like charged and knocked all over the place. Crowd controlled into oblivion. You're gone. You next. Frozen Pulse Juggernaut. You know what? I'm going to say no to having a double Frozen Pulse on me. That just seems like a bad idea. Few more, there we go. Let's make the area safe and we will move on. Safe is obviously a relative term in these situations. So, off for the Cursed Realm. Oh, Frederick. Hang on, man, hang on. It will come, it will come. Hopefully before tomorrow. And it does make you wonder, like, do you think someone could have forgotten to push the button? Or maybe tapped in the wrong day? Quit throwing fireballs at me. Do not appreciate it. I would say this is a fireball-free zone, but I mean, I'm pretty much flinging fireballs everywhere. So, this is a demon fireball free zone. We'll classify it that way. Right, let's rebuild up some of our arcane power. Stop with the knockback. Every single time. Ooh. Hello, sexy. Grab that. What are you? Moonlight thing? Moonlight ward. That's kind of cool. Yeah, we'll wear that. Which means you can wear this. It'll keep you alive a little bit longer. In fact, you can have this. I'll do like... It would have done more damage for us as well, but I'd rather get him an upgrade now, and then we'll sort our own one out when we get back to town. Moonlight Ward, though. What exactly does it say? That explode when enemies get close. Okay. Okay, so that's how they work. They just explode over time. But the shards themselves appear pretty damn quickly. I like that. Summoner's gone. I mean, Moonlight Ward seems nice enough that I could actually put it on my Rimeheart build, because my Rimeheart build is going to be designed to be running right next to mobs all the time. Fallen, another 3 hours. That would kind of make sense if it was being rolled over at the same time as North America. But that makes me feel really bad for Frederick. On the plus side, I'm going to be streaming for about another 2 hours, so at least there'll be stuff to watch for that time. Oh my god, they sound like slightly deranged dogs. Yeah, I quite like Moonlight Ward at the moment. It's working well enough for what I need. Okay, let's focus on these. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone, and I am level 44. 4 more levels until we get our new meteor. 6 more levels until we get our cheat death. Yeah, the knockback's still a pain in the arse, but it's going to be a while until we can actually do anything about that. Bang, 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 bang. You may be a massively defensive mob, but I will still murder you. All the murder, every day, right here. Come and get it. And I will also just teleport slightly out of that area because that is a lot of arcane beams to be worrying about. I think I actually just ended up teleporting directly onto the same space because they blocked me in. Oh, I see. Summoners, alright. We'll get rid of the summoners first. That's not going to be helping things. Exit stage left. Right, you're gone. These guys are running out next. There we go. Damn annoying arcane enchanted pieces of tosh. Have a meteor because, you know, I'm feeling generous. And stop running up and down the stairs. It's making it really, really difficult to get these shots on target. Okay, he's gone. We will get onto this cursed chest in a moment. Just after I finish making this area safer. I mean, we could just stay in here and build up a huge supply of kills. Oh wow, people have got Speed Racer. Huh. I think it may be safe. Alright. So, what we actually came here for. As long as we keep this up, we'll be healing enough that we don't need to worry about the damage we take. But I am ready to leave at a moment's notice. Okay. This has not gone terribly. I certainly don't think it went well enough, but we got through without dying. And that takes us to level 45. Alright, let's head back to town. 58 before the timer expired. It's still pretty good, I'd say. Given we don't have a specific weapon for this level.
Your deeds should be rewarded. Please, take this. You have finished all the bounties here, but more await you in other lands.
Why, thank you, Tyrael. Okay, let's open the box. Bits and bobs and 20 more blood shards. So, teach all these across. It is significantly more damage, but I do like Arcane Ward at the moment. Yeah, we'll hold on until 50 before we re-gear our... let's go highest usable. Before we re-gear our main equipment. We'll do our weapon though. So, wand is a good option. Wand to do 75.6. Alright, wand. Yeah, it's pretty significant. We can make that better as well. How about a source? 44 is a... yeah, 44 would be better. Or maybe not. That's a bit pants. Give me a different one. That's better. Okay. That'll increase our intelligence, yeah. And we'll put an emerald in over here. And the rest of the stuff, I think we're just going to salvage up. Before we do that, let's ask for a source. I probably should have done that before we made one, actually. And then we'll move on to Act 5. Gone, gone, gone. And that can go in there. Okay, right. So on to Act 5. Yeah, since we've started back up, we've gained about 7 levels. We should be able to do the last 5 without too much trouble. Okay, that's not kill Malthael. Kill Urziel. Seeing as we've just made a new weapon, let's go do that first. It is always sensible to take advantage of your increase in damage with boss fights. Oh, you've done all the time zones, have you, Hell Dog? That's pretty cool. I always like knowing what time other people perceive it to be based on where they are in the world. Because for me, my mood changes massively throughout the day. If it's the very first thing in the morning, you shouldn't talk to me unless you've seen me actually drink a litre of coffee. And likewise, I assume other people think much the same way, so if I'm talking to someone in America, I'll wait until about 10 their time. Am I going to have to go that way and then round? I think I am. Alright. This is where the mobility comes in handy. Black Death coffee, tell me more. And please tell me it's not like it's gone through bubonic plague rats. Come out the other side, been turned into coffee. Because people will do weird stuff. Hey there! Psychoman666, good to have you joining for the stream. How's your Friday going? For glory indeed, I think. We'll kill these ones outside, then we'll just wait a tiny moment. In fact, he's going to do his little exposition thing. Blah, blah, blah. My master's begun work. Blah, blah, blah. Look, I'm a flamey demon. I burn my wings. Yeah, I can sort of face tank it. Probably best not to, but it's good to know I can take one hit. Much better that Cormac takes them, though. Ah! Yeah. We get it a few hours before you do over here in Europe. So I've done a couple of hours earlier, and then I stopped for some food, and now I'm back doing some more. We're hoping to make it to level 50 soon, so that we can complete part 1 of the season journey. And this season, I am going to be building the Firebird set. Death Wish coffee. That sounds like 13.8 grams of caffeine is lots. Like, not micrograms, but grams. Nice try, mate. You missed. That one hit. But I mean, I honestly did not care. I cared so little about it actually hitting me. That, on the other hand, does more damage. So we'll be careful about the flamethrower. I mean, you do have to watch these things just to make sure you don't do anything foolish. Yeah, you focus on Cormac. Jeez, stop making me run around. I don't like being made to move at the best of times. Okay, he's down to 1.2 million, so woo, just about missed that. So he'll go soon enough. And Cormac's successfully face tanking him, so how hard can he be? burning sound gets worse and worse the longer you fight him. Well, we can totally get this taken care of. He's not going to survive much longer. Right, 300,000 left. I do think that the sound is bugged out just a little bit. That is a lot of burning sound. Nope, not burning me that way. There we go. Yeah, it was just his flamethrower got weird. Ugh. That was kind of gross. Ugh. Yeah, grab all of these. All the delicious, delicious things. And we're going to move on. So, with this well done, let's go do Plague of Burrowers. That one's annoying as hell. Kind of makes me wish I'd already visited the vault, because this is a great place to get money. Not that we're really short on money, having done the challenge rift. But even so, who doesn't like more money? Level 46. Frost Hydra, don't care about that. Magic Weapon Ignite, we do care about that. So Magic Weapon counts as a fire source. Black Hole will count as a fire source. Arcane Torrent will count as a fire source. And our Meteor Shower will count as a fire source. So we've got lots of different fire sources, all potentially setting things on fire for the Firebird set when we get it. I don't think we're going to struggle to set things on fire in general. And this is a good thing. Because we want everything to burn. In the end, it will give us our damage reduction and increase our damage in general. So keeping stuff on fire is kind of going to be necessary. Hey! Don't worry about it, Sniper. It's not a game that you should really like do in a single stint. That's why I took a break. If I hadn't taken a 2-hour break to rest, refresh, watch some TV, and do something else, I'd have been sat here like this going, it just becomes not enjoyable after a while. Yeah, you've got to take a step back in order to be able to come at it with fresh eyes and fresh enjoyment. Although I feel the same about pretty much every game. Yeah, everything in moderation kind of thing. Let's just get these guys gone. Be gone! But still, good job on making it to 30. But yeah, for me, a lot of Diablo is about the community side of it. So having you guys there to talk to while I'm doing this is very enjoyable. Playing with my brother is very enjoyable. I would still probably enjoy it solo, but having done the main plot and storyline so many times, there's not a huge amount left in that for me as fun. A lot of it's, well, a lot of the fun that's left for me is about sharing the brown trousers moments and trying new stuff to see if it works. You know, it doesn't have to be a perfect build, it just needs to be a fun thing that you can try out. Bolt Rages. It's got to be some kind of crossbow thing. Sounds like a kids' TV show, actually. Bolt Rages. It's like angry kids walking around with crossbows, pretending they're superheroes, but actually they're not. Okay. Plague of Burrowers. Let's see if we can actually kill some. Two gone. Four gone. Five gone. Let's just get our power back for a moment. We've got plenty of time. There we go. Where's the big ass one? There you are. Hello. Yeah, my arcane shards moonlight war thing is going to do wonders against your getting close tactic. Double chest for me. And in this one we have not much. And over here we have also not much. Well, we tried. We tried. Let's go do Out of Time. So we're up to 46, very nearly 47. 3 and a bit levels to go, and then we get our cheat death. I think we're going this way. So I'm just about starting to use my teleport as a locomotion skill. I'm still being very, very cautious about it because I don't want to overextend myself. And that would be very easy to do in somewhere like Pandemonium Fortress. But we seem to be pretty survivable. Right, one gone. And we're actually going over this way, so let's take a shortcut around here. What do you know? I think this is actually the right way. It is! Awesome. Alright, well, let's clear the area first. Make sure it's safe enough for us to actually try this. Executioner gone. Quite painful, but we're doing okay on the face tanking side. And they're going to go down in just a moment. There we go. Bounty done. Haha. For me, Frederick, my company helps people find jobs. And I'm the IT person of the company. So I build the websites, maintain the computers, sort out the telephone systems, all that kind of fun stuff. I would love to do this as a job. But with only 409 subscribers last time I checked. There is obviously a limit as to what you'll be able to support yourself on. And with only 400, I now earn 0 ad revenue because YouTube's changed its requirements. Yeah, I've got to get up to 1,000 before I can start getting some beer money back from that. Right, let's move on. We're going to go for Rathma's gift. No, we'll get Get's Lord, and then we'll do Rathma's gift to finish. Because Rathma's is quite a fun one. Oh, it'd be interesting to see the druid come back. I'd like to see the old lifesteal werewolf, or at least a reimagining of it. I really enjoyed the lifesteal werewolf in Diablo 2. Then again, I really enjoyed Bale as a villain in Diablo 2. I thought the whole expansion was really well put together. Malthael's a good villain, don't get me wrong, and the other primevals, of course, but Diablo 2 just had a kind of charm to it that's really, really hard to capture in any other form. But then Diablo 3 is a lot more accessible for people to get into. I would still love to see Diablo 2 done with the Diablo 3 engine, though. Same skill trees, all that kind of stuff. Bring the rune words back. Rebuild our arcane power just a little bit, and then let's push on up this way. We have 82 more mobs to take out, so let's get a nice cluster together. Wouldn't it just? It would be so awesome. It was very interesting the way they did the Darkening of Tristram as an event, even down to the retro filter that they put on it. I kind of wish they hadn't done the retro filter and just left it with the upgraded graphics, but still the same general mechanics of you must walk in the cardinal directions and etc, etc. But it was a very nice touch recreating it as it was. That is actually quite painful, so... don't make me run away. You know how I hate being moved without my permission. Oi! Stop it. Let's clear some of these annoying dudes at the back out. I can just focus on these guys. See, I think Diablo does have more story left to tell. Whether it needs to be told in this format, or whether it needs like a World of Diablo kind of thing, MMORPG style, I don't know. I think I'd love another full-length proper story to work through, but I could even see it being done by Telltale Games or something like that, and having it their style rather than action RPG. Not that there's anything wrong with Diablo in its current form, of course, but with all the different variant styles that I've seen coming out over the last couple of years, there's a lot of potential for doing something within the same IP area that would still be a Diablo game, but tell a different slant to the story. Oh no! Yeah, that's not cool. It is worth getting on PC if you have a machine that can actually like play games and not die horribly. But I only say that because I've always been a PC gamer. I do have an Xbox, but because my machine is good enough that I can play pretty much all games, I'll always be a PC gamer at heart. That being said, there's nothing quite like sitting down for a bit of couch co-op Rainbow Six Vegas with a friend when both of you are absolutely shite at the game and drunk. It is a hell of a lot of fun. And we've still got so many mobs left to go. 38, 37. Takes it to 35. I'm not going to keep counting down for all of them, don't worry. Yeah, this would have been a terrible one to finish on because it just takes so long going around West March finding all the mobs. Some of the editors are really, really good for it, and some are just terror bad. No, I don't. So, on Monday evenings, I normally play a variety of games with my brother, because Monday night is family night. It's when we both have time free, so we do stuff together. So, at the moment, we start off with Victor Vran, and then we play Divinity Original Sin. And recently we've been playing Escape from Tarkov, but at the moment, now that Diablo's back, we're going to be switching from that back to Diablo. So we'll be doing co-op Diablo characters to finish out Monday evening. And then separately, I've got Darkest Dungeon and The Long Dark as Let's Play series, which I'm running. I do sometimes throw a live stream in, but free time is often at a premium. And putting out a video every day for those series, and then streaming all Monday evening, and then potentially doing more on top. Eventually you run out of free time if you've actually got a real job with a real life, real commitments. So it really depends on when I've got a free moment. Because this is the season start, I took today, I took a little bit of time off so I could come home early and be here for the start of the season. But today is very much an exception to the rule. Alright, let's move on to Ratma's Gift. Well, Leon, I do have a Patreon, and a couple of the people in chat are supporters of the channel, actually, which I greatly appreciate. And that is another way of making a bit of money. And also, with games like PUBG, you can sometimes sell the digital crates and items, make a little bit that way. But that is by no way enough to pay the council tax and electricity bill. Yep, Wallafried and Fallen. Wallafried is the channel moderator, so don't annoy him or he will ban you. And Fallen is another very good friend. And every now and then we'll play PUBG as well, and I'll get them in for the live stream, and we'll do like a Patreon squad. Oh jeez. Brown trouser moment. I should have cleared the area first. That was me just like getting a bit too cocky and just talking too much. But it's fine. Yeah, I don't care that the event failed. I'm still alive. That's what I care about. 2 levels from getting my cheat death. That would have sucked so badly. Come on, let's kill at least one of them. Come back. Right, one is down. Okay. Yeah, that seems quite reasonable. Former games tester, nice. That also gives you quite a lot of experience for being able to talk about mechanics. And I think that's one of the things that really gets missed with, at least for my own personal preference, with a lot of YouTubers, is not just playing the game and talking about what they're doing, but talking about how the system works and how it compares to other similar games. Yeah, with Wallafried and the others in chat, there's normally a huge bounty of knowledge regarding different builds and styles of playing Diablo 3. So, if anyone does have any questions, then feel free to ask in chat. And there's normally someone who can help out. One thing I will say, though, is on Monday when I'm streaming with my brother, we normally record videos for publishing later in the week as well. So there's normally a bit less chat interaction going on at that point. For me, I normally use my push to mute and I still talk to people in the background. But generally speaking, the free streams are the best time for being able to chat with you guys. And it's a lot more casual at this point as well. For those who joined a little bit later, the earliest stream that went on, that happened at 4 o'clock will be going live just as soon as YouTube has finished processing it, so you can watch the entire season journey if you fancy. And for everyone else that's just joined, welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. This is, of course, Diablo 3 Season 13. And we're doing our wizard, Unstoppable. Who is hopefully unstoppable. Although he nearly got stopped a moment ago. No, I haven't. Because I've only got quite limited time, I have to kind of cherry pick the games that I'm playing. So things that I'm watching out for at the moment are A Way Out, which is coming out on the 23rd of March, I think. That's going to be one that I do with my brother co-op. Basically Prison Break the game. And another one is Phoenix Point, which is being made by Julian Gallop, the designer of the original XCOM game. I did a lot of XCOM on my channel initially. Really liked The Enemy Within and The Long War. And then I did some XCOM 2 as well. And now that I know that Phoenix Point is coming out, well, I heard about it as soon as the fundraiser for Kickstarter happened. I was like, you know, I'm really interested in when this comes back, so I'm really looking forward to that. But that's probably going to be a year away before it's ready for actually playing. There will be demos before then, so there'll be some footage going up, but it's a long-term game plan for that one. Let's throw a meter in there for fun. Wow, that didn't really do much, did it? Gone. Wait, I just realised. Level 48. What am I doing? Let me do... Ah! Damn, mobs spawned in the corner. Right. Meteor shower. There we go. Down here. I don't think... No, we don't want any of those, so we can ignore that. Ice armor is on what it should be. Magic weapons on what it should be. Teleports where it should be. So we are just waiting now for Black Hole, which will be at level 61. Woo! Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Tiny bit of frame lag for a second, though. So tell me a little bit about Kingdom Come. I'm always interested in hearing about other games. And if it sounds like it's something that will be up my alley, I will look into it. Even more skeleton minions. I suppose I could do this while I'm here. It's extra experience, and that's really what we need.
This looks promising.
Yeah, your face looks promising, Robert. And also, while doing it with the skeleton minions, we're going to get the benefit of their protection, which is totally worth it. Let's get a big meteor going in the middle of that. Level 49. One more level and we'll get our cheat death skill. And that is really going to put my mind at rest. And if that's all we do today is make it to 50 and then live, then we're golden. That's only gravitas. I don't think you really understand the gravitas of the situation. I know that was terrible. I'm so sorry. I should have saved that for Monday when Greg's here. Right, and because we're nearly level 50, that means it's nearly time for us to upgrade our weapon again. Right, it's actually hurting quite a bit. Way.
My bags are full.
Alright, well, we're actually full of stuff, so let's very quickly go back to town, and we will make some space, come back, grab these, and yeah, you just keep it away from me for a moment. Right, that is a lot of space cleared up. Yeah, I played Dark Souls 1. I didn't touch number 2, and I haven't touched number 3, but I really, really enjoyed number 1. I do like games that are basically, this game is always set to hard mode, you just need to learn to be better at it. Yeah, no more regenerating, standing behind rocks, no more bullet sponging from various things. A game that's actually hard for the sake of being hard. But then I'm a fan of like proper roguelikes. Any game that has a hardcore mode. With one small exception. I mean, playing Victor Vran, it does recommend that if you're playing like you don't do a hardcore character, just because it's so easy to die in the game. And if you're actually going to try and progress it at all, then you kind of need to be able to resurrect yourself. Ah, cool. That's good to hear. Yeah, the only potential downside of streaming from a console is the general setup that you have for it. So being on a PC, I've been able to set up the interface. I've got the chat so it's visible, and I'm putting out to YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer at the same time. So people from the different platforms can talk to each other, and you know, viewing after the fact, people will be able to see what the live chat messages were, no matter which medium they were sent from. Whereas you don't get that, as far as I know, that level of flexibility on consoles. But depending on whether you want to do it as just a hobby or just to pass a little bit of time, then it's entirely up to you as to how you end up presenting it. Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I like the Long Dark. Because stuff that you pick up does have an expiry date. If you carry around raw food, it will go off. It will go rotten. So you need to be careful about how you cook it, when you cook it, exactly what you pick up and where you use it. I just need to clear these out a little bit further. Let's get this guy done, because his frozen pulse is going to annoy me, and the shielding is already annoying me. Yep. Sleep is important. Fatigue is a real killer in real life. Aha, you did not expect me to do that. And I did not expect you to do that. So I guess we're even. Right, at last I may actually be able to do this death prison. Finally. Hurrah! Cool. Let's head back to town, and maybe this will be enough for us to level up. No, not quite. And it is pretty good for us though. Grab these bits and bobs. Okay. So, Cataclysm, Ashiara's Uniform, Demon Hand. I do like the String of Ears, just for the 25% damage reduction. Ooh. That is a nice increase in damage. I think I'll wait until level 50 before we actually re-gear. Because it will allow us to sort out some more weapons properly. What's the last one? Yeah, that goes across there. Right, put these in. So, what are we going to do to get this last little bit of time? I think probably running another rift. King's Cross is not the place to go in fishnets if you want to earn some euros. In Soho, you might get a couple of quid, maybe. But yeah, well, unless like you're targeting people coming directly off the Eurostar who don't know any better, that could also work. Like, welcome to London, hey? It's all possibilities, that's what I say. It does make me wonder, like with people going to the job centre, and you know, one of the things that you have to answer is like, what are you intending to do with your career? What is it that you're trying to find a job doing? I wonder how many people actually say, I want to be a live streamer, I want to be a live entertainer. And I wonder, like, if it's common enough that there are resources to help people try and get started with that. And obviously, they're not going to be able to buy a new computer for someone, but I know that there's resources to help people in... Ooh. Let's go back to town. In interviews, so like paying or helping to pay for a new suit kind of thing. Oh, we've already got one of these. Well, I mean, seeing as we were about to change our gear anyway, we may as well. So if we're going to re-gear, let's bring up the season journey first. So chapter 1 is done. Chapter 2, craft a level 70 weapon or armor piece. We can do that anytime. Fully equip one of your followers. Yeah, we can do that anytime. Reach level 70. Find Kanai's cube. Kill Rakanoth at level 60 or higher. Kill the Skeleton King at level 60 or higher. Craft level 70 ring or amulet. Enchant and transmog. So most of these are just ticking stuff over. The biggest one is going to be getting to level 70. With 1 hour and 20 minutes left on today's stream. I don't think we're going to have time to do that today, but we are going to at least be able to re-gear and carry on leveling. So, Singularity, yes please. We will have one of those. That's actually not too bad. Level 50 wand is 99. Level 50 Warhammer is a hell of a lot more. So, Warhammer's coming this way. Oh, baby. That extra, like, experience increase as well is just monsterly huge. Okay, let's go for armor. So, shoulders first. Highest usable. Alright, thanks a lot for coming by, Sniper. I hope you're having a wonderful time, and I hope you enjoy your weekend. Let's make another one of those, because that's actually quite pants. Well, they're both kind of pants. I don't have enough things to make more. Fine, you know what? We'll wear that. Let's make some trousers. We can always come back and do another one. Yep, that's better. Chest armor. Do we want all gills? No, let's just go straight for the high level. That's better. Okay, so what else do we need? We need boots. Battle greaves. big increases all across the board. Yeah. Bracers. We'll keep Mage Fist because an extra 18% is a big increase there. What else could we make? We could do 2 new rings. That seems reasonable. And then, of course, socketing gems in. So, hello, Shen. Let's have a look. Level 36 rings, not... What would we need for level 45 ones? We need flawless square diamonds. Okay. I mean, we could make them. So, 1 of those and... Yeah, so we'll need 2 flawless square diamonds, 2 flawless square amethysts, and a flawless square topaz. There we go. Amulet. In fact, we don't need to make an amulet because we've got a good amulet. But the rings certainly are worth making. No, I'm not going to stream Fortnite. Fortnite just isn't my cup of tea. I like Escape from Tarkov. I like PUBG. Those are about the right level of realism, depending on which kind of game I'm going for, like hyper-realism or just like semi-realism, bit of fun. Fortnite, it's just a bit too cartoony for my tastes. I look at it and I can't take it seriously. And I know I'm saying that playing Diablo, but at least Diablo has a well-crafted world. And while this is a little bit more cartoony than Diablo 2 was, it's not cartoony in itself. It's just the art style representation. But yeah, Fortnite just looks like a load of tosh to me. A load of tosh. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to put this in the helm. That's going to reduce our arcane power cost. We'll have these over here. In fact, let's use the good one. And that'll probably do for there for the moment. It doesn't need to be a massive regear. It just needs to help us along our way. Right, back in the rift we go. Yeah, we are doing quite a bit more damage now. That is nice and significant. And also, we're going to be quite a bit more survivable. Which is always nice. In fact, level 50, what am I doing? Right, so we're going to get rid of Illusionist and we're going to swap it over for... Ah, no, it's level 60 for... Ah! Right, fine. We're going to make it to level 60. That's alright, it's only another 10 levels. Another 10 levels of not dying by accident. That's not difficult. Totally not difficult. Don't stress, Xander. It's fine. Everything's fine. Sometimes I hate the wizard class. Don't get me wrong, I really love the wizard class, but not getting your cheat death until level 60 is just... Sometimes it's a kick in the teeth. Oh yeah, we do a lot of damage now. Still not going to re-gear Cormac until we hit level 70 though. When we get to level 70, then we can finish off the Season Journey Part 2. We'll just like sweep through it all in one go. I mean, we could, with a decent crit, we can one-shot a lot of the small mobs, and the big mobs are dying very quickly. Look at that. Okay, so we'll probably keep the same weapon until level 60, unless like we find something on the way. Level 60 we re-gear, and then re-gear at 61 again. And then I hope we find something nice on the way to 70. But by then, we'll have our cheat death, so it doesn't matter if things take us a little bit longer. What do I think is the most boring class? I've never really gotten on well with the Witch Doctor. Not specifically because it's a boring class, but just because, as my brother would say, it seems to play sideways. So, for a pet class, I don't feel like there's enough pet control. The Necromancer, I think, has it spot on. But the Witch Doctor, I just don't really enjoy the gameplay. So I guess it does kind of make it a bit more boring for me. All the classes have got enough variety that I don't think that they are like. I wouldn't call any of them boring as such, but that one's the most boring out of non-boring options. See, I really enjoy the variety of the monk skills, and I like that you've got the option of being a support monk or a combat monk, or going super crazy and having all the mystic allies out assisting you at once. The variety in playstyles, I think, makes it interesting, and I love blowing stuff up. Exploding Palm and Seven-Sided Strike will always be fun for me. But then again, it does get down to a case of walk in, push one button, walk in, push one button. There is some tactics to it, of course, but fundamentally, most of the classes get to that point. And even last season when I was doing the Leapquake Barbarian, it's not a difficult class to play. It's not a complicated thing. You leap, you smash. You leap, you smash. But it was still fun. And I can say the same for a Whirlwind Barbarian as well. They're not necessarily interesting tactical gameplay, but it's still good fun and not boring for me. Ooh. If that's an upgraded Moonlight Ward... no. Well, that can go on our Templar. Exactly, Fallen. That's better said than I said it. No boring classes, just boring builds. Yeah, we don't really care about any of those. Is that better than... maybe. Yes, because we get more experience. And I love more experience. Also, because the game lets you tailor the difficulty to how you're feeling, if you want to try something out that's non-conventional, and there's always like non-conventional stuff that you can try. Someone in the Discord channel suggested trying to make a a mirror image build and get that weaponized. I think it was actually my brother that suggested it. Wouldn't be practical for pushing high-level rifts or anything like that, but to try it out, you could start off at a low difficulty and then gradually ramp it up to see exactly how effective it is. And that's kind of what we're doing with the Rimeheart challenge. Now, Rimeheart is notorious for being underpowered for what it should be. It doesn't proc enough, and having Rimeheart in any build pretty much gimps the build when it could be done better. But we're purposely trying to find a way of making a build centered around it and the Legacy of Nightmares, so that it ends up being effective. Which may end up like going down to which build are we going to have that gets the least gimped by having it in. But we're both going to try and see what we come out with. And that's going to be part of the fun of the experimentation. Start off low, and then gradually push higher and higher and higher until someone takes the crown. And I do find it kind of interesting that my plan for it is going to be much the same as my Firebird plan, but just without the Firebird set. Hey! Good job, Fallen. I am quite jealous. Velvet Caramel's actually a really, really good good hat for the moment. Before getting my electrocute jumping around lots. That is like loads of sparking. Oi! No knockback. Knockback's bad. Alright. Let's just refresh our armor and weapon. Get a nice group together. We'll get them taken out. We're still level 50. Well, level 50 and a half. So we're not getting stupid, crazy amounts of experience at the moment. But then again, this rift is not brilliant for it. In fact, it's quite slow going as far as rifts go. Alright, I think we're going to go up this way. Yeah, that's exactly it. There's no point rushing to a perfect build because anyone can look up someone else's recommendations and put it together and go, oh yeah, this works. For me, a lot of the fun is in trying to find out what works together. And if you get it wrong, talking with people can give you clues and hints that you wouldn't have thought about. You just go and read, oh, this is the best way to play, this is the best thing to have, and your pants if you don't do it this way. That's a load of bollocks. I mean, if you want to be competitive for the season leaderboards and stuff like that, then there is always a recommended way to play that, you know, people have tried and tried and tried for hours to nail down specifically what works. That's why people rush for the achievements each season. But I always find that a little bit funny. I mean, for me, the season starts at 4 PM. Normally, I'm at work at 4 PM. So if I was, like, even on form and had a plan, I wouldn't get out of work until about an hour and a half into the season. And then once out of work, it takes me a good hour to get home. So 2.5 hours into the season is enough for people to have already achieved stuff. And that's, I think, where the flaw lies. Because I think the leaderboard should be based on the time it's taken you to do it, rather than who was the first. Or at least have two different ranking boards. It depends on what you count as 100% completion. So for, if I bring this up, for the PC version, there is achievements all over the place. Generally, no in the career, because there's a hell of a lot that I haven't got. There's still some stuff that I haven't done all the way through, but mostly because I play hardcore. Most of the stuff I haven't unlocked is on softcore. So there's still banner sigils and stuff that I can get. There's still set dungeons that I haven't gone through and done just because I haven't got around to it, or I didn't like the class set at the time. As a casual gamer, I'm not that fussed about that. I might try and do all the wizard ones this season, but that's just if I get enough time to do it. If I don't, it's not going to make me feel super sad. Ah, really? So which Babylon 5 character did they get to do it? Because I used to love Babylon 5. I've played Diablo since way back on Diablo 1. I remember when the first Diablo expansion came out, that introduced the corner of the world where you could actually transfer items between characters without needing to hex edit your save games. That was actual massive progress back then. Oh man, he was so cool. Yeah, because I haven't played the Demon Hunter in a while. I can't actually remember what the Demon Hunter voice sounds like, but yeah. Byron was awesome. And I do think that is an indication of the kind of polish that a game should have. For a company like Blizzard, they spend money where it's worth spending it. If they think they need to spend a lot of money on graphics artists, they will do that to get the setting right. And then if they need to round it out by getting good voice actors and actresses, they will do that. And it's really what turns a game with good gameplay into a AAA game with good gameplay. Vengeance indeed. Poor Vengeance. Now, having my person called Unstoppable this time, I think is definitely the right move. It keeps with the Pokemon theme. I actually went through and cleared out my old characters just before this season started. I was like, oh, I remember you, Vengeance and Butt Blood. Yeah, fun times, delete. That's awesome. I'm not a big follower of anime, but I can respect really good voice acting work. Yay, 51. Barrier blades. And Maroon, so let's speed Harlan and hurry around for a little bit. Nothing over here. Well, I mean, there's some mobs over here, but there's nothing really worthwhile. That's a very difficult question to answer. So, Diablo 1 hasn't aged well. I'll be very, very honest and frank about my opinion on that. I do think it's still a brilliant game, but it had a lot of flaws when you look back on it. But at the time, there wasn't anything better, so you didn't see the flaws. You saw the amazing game and gameplay, and you didn't complain about it because it's just the way it was. Diablo 2, I think, was a far superior game, and I do think that Diablo 2 is a better game than Diablo 3. But Diablo 2 had its own problems as well, and the biggest one being balance issues and the insecurity of Battle.net as a whole. Diablo 3 has improved on that, and it's made the gameplay a lot more flowy, but I think it's taken away a lot of user choice. And I think that is a bad technical decision, but I understand why they've done it. And I'm not going to complain about that as a technical decision because it's their game that they're choosing to make in the way that they want it. I think that's pretty much my stance on it. For me, the Diablo 2 setup of you had skill trees, and once you knew a skill, you could use that skill rather than having to pick 6 out of all the many skills that you knew and just use those. I think that was much, much better. It made a lot more sense to me in the narrative of the universe. But the multiplayer and the class balancing was horribly, horribly unbalanced. It was a brilliant solo game. It was a brilliant co-op game. But at the same time, playing online was a complete pain in the proverbial. Again, all of that is my personal opinion, so don't take it as gospel. But it's all true. It's all true. Let's salvage these up. Got all of these in. I could re-socket my gear. Let's have a look at what that message was. Right, we'll just get that cleared down. Right. Oh, geez, that's not fun. Was that in the recent Battle.net launcher, or was that like way back when? Because I know that there's been a whole bunch of different patches and updates and things that people have had for different games, but I didn't know that there was one for Blizzard. Right, for those of you who have just joined, welcome. It's really good to have you along for the stream. Of course, this is Friday, and we are on the Season 13 start. I did a 3-hour stream earlier, and then I took a break, and now we're doing a bit more before I turn in for the night. I've got about an hour left in me before I crash out and get some sleep. We've made it up to level 50 so far, pretty good. We've done the Season Journey Part 1. And we are still pushing on with Part 2. Well, I think it's good that they had the opportunity to fix it. But, I mean, that kind of thing could potentially cause all kinds of trouble. My only advice and thoughts on that are always make sure that your antivirus is up to date. Always make sure that if you're doing banking, your banking is the only thing that you're running at the time. Just basically be sensible with your stuff. It's like when you're using a cash machine. Cover your PIN as you're tapping it in, because you don't know who's watching or if someone's put a camera at the machine or anything like that. The more safety precautions you take yourself and the more responsibility you take for your own safety, the better things will be for you. Right, another rift time. Let's see if this one goes any faster than the last one. Probably not with shielding annoying things. That being said, I mean, they are dying quite well, so we've got that going for us. Wait, you're 6'6"? Dude, you're a giant. Like, I think the actual definition of giant is like anyone over 6'5". So I think you're an actual legitimate giant with that. Certainly, in my opinion, it should be. I'm 6'1", 6'1.5", depending on like how really finicky you want to be. 183 centimeters plus whatever my hair gives me normally. Oh no, yeah, teleport out of that. And this is why we keep our teleport available for moments of danger. Why the hell is it missing? They're just going straight... What? That was so weird. They were just going straight up and straight down, nowhere near the dude I was trying to hit. Damn, Blizzard. Sort out your buggy game! You're short in your family. Wow. Now, this may make you wince, but I pity your poor mother. I pity your poor mother. Although, actually, if she's big as well, then probably everything's proportionate, so... if you just saw this tail here, this is my other cat, this is Kobold. What are you doing, mate? He's hopped up because he wanted to go in the cat bed, but Amos is in the cat bed, so he's just like, well, no, there's no space. What am I going to do? He's a lap-adjacent cat, so he'll walk across your lap to get near you, but he won't stay on your lap. Cats, man, so weird. Love them to death, though. Okay, that's quite short. Right, let's not be in the middle of that. Good number of elite mobs in this. I'm quite enjoying that. Right, one down. So now it's just the knockback wall of annoying things. all the delicious orbs. Look at that. Delicious, delicious, delicious. I'll very quickly check that because we're not on a time limit. What are you saying? You go away, spam message. I don't care about Dark Souls 3. I've got Diablo 3. Normally I don't check my phone so much during a stream or recording session. But seeing as I left work early today, I'm always a little bit apprehensive that there's going to be some kind of emergency or problem. And especially on a Friday just before the weekend. Okay, well this is going quite well, up to level 51.5. You're gone, you're gone. Now obviously as we level more and more, our killing speed is going to decrease ever so slightly, but we will get more experience for the rifts themselves. It's still not started. Man, you're going to have a long time to wait. I feel so bad for you. I mean, if you had other things to be doing, then it wouldn't be quite so frustrating. But because you're actually waiting for it, and they don't give... That's the thing that really surprised me. Knowing that the season's going to start at a certain time, logging into the game, there wasn't an announcement saying season will start in 15 minutes, 14 minutes, etc., etc., like a countdown. And I don't think it would take that much to implement it. Like, even from the launcher. But I suppose they don't have that in case there is a problem rolling it out. Yeah, the moment you put a date in front of the public, if you don't hit it, they get pissed off. Oh, thank you very much, Isaac. That's really kind of you to say. Well, I do this so I can share it with people, so you're very welcome to join anytime I'm streaming or comment on the videos or anything like that. The more the merrier. For you and also everyone else, if you are interested, there's a Discord channel where you can chat outside. Yeah, there's a bunch of friendly people in there. Mostly everyone's got in there from the Diablo universe in the first place, but people stick around for the other games I play as well. Comment, laugh, throw suggestions at other stuff I can do on the channel. So if you want to stop by and say hello, do feel free. There should be a link down below as well for that. And if not, I'm an idiot and I will put one up later. Alright, what are we doing? We're going this way. No, but it sounds very cool. I might have seen some gameplay footage for it, though. Was it like a bit of an... not quite isometric, but was it a squad-based combat game, turn-based thing? Diablo-esque, okay. No, in that case, I've not seen any footage for it, but I might have to check it out. Yeah, I've played this for a bit. I've played Path of Exile for a bit. In fact, I played Path of Exile way back when it was just starting. It must have changed so much since then. But I've not played many other similar style games. Certainly in quite a while. Yeah, hit you with all the lightning. Bazap, 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 bazap. And if you could, like, get rid of all the plague stuff underneath me, that'd be grand. You as well. PlagueBegone.com. There we go. I do wish that the individual mobs had their own little plagued bits, so that as you killed them, it thinned it out, rather than them having, like, a communal group one. I think that is kind of sucky, because it can be like super large area denial. And there's not really much you can do about that other than just like backing off and try and kill the mobs somewhere else. Like this at the moment. I can't stand in any of that area at the moment because I will just get whittled down. And I'm already getting whittled down. So now I've got to kill all 3 of them. Or 3 or 4 of them. Or 5 of them. I can count. Before it's going to clear any of it up. Let's see if we can focus. Focus fire on you. And you. I probably shouldn't do that. Jim will fix it's a bad thing to have, like, as general background music on the internet. Yes. Very bad man doing very bad things. It is still amazing, though, how different sounds and music can stay with you based on phrases that you've learned throughout your life. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I mean, why stop there? Why not just go the whole hog? Although that is a name that I haven't heard in quite a while. So close to 52. Let's get a nice group together. Oh, this is a big ass group. Murder, 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 murder. There we go. Carry on the murder. Take advantage of the brand new pot of arcane power that we've got. Don't you dare knock me away. Well, cool. And these guys arrived just in time for me to... Ow! Fire chains. Fire chains your face. Nope. Right. Your friend is dead. Now you're all dead. Where's your other friend? Over here somewhere? Probably. There he is. Got to be a little bit careful in here. Alright, we may need to back away just for sanity's sake. This is not because I'm scared, this is just to make sure we don't get blindsided, surrounded and murdered. Which would be bad. I mean, that would actually make me quite sad if I died at this point. Feels like there's a ton of cat hair in the air as well, which is not helping things. As long as it's cat hair and not a moth. Last thing I need is more flying dust in this house. There we go. So reasonable progress, I'd say. 88%. We have gained a level while in here, so that's always good. Indeed we will. We're just going to do it at a slightly longer range so that we don't have to stand on top of all that ice that was happening. Hello! You want to do it up close? Fine, we'll do it up close. Except, I mean, I'm going to still stand over here. Again, with the ice. Eight items crushed. Crushed it. Yeah, right. Not much there. Plenty that we haven't explored in this though, so we don't need to just push straight on. We can actually carry on clearing this map properly. There'll be plenty to bring up the Rift Guardian. Let's get some more lightning in here. Give me that arcane power. All your power belongs to me now. I suppose technically it was my power, but I mean, I just electrocuted them to get it.
The Rift
Ownership gets complicated when you consider causality. You're dead. I'm going to clear these out, and then we'll focus on you. Hello, Sand Shaper. Just about holding on to our arcane power there, and it was just whittling down gradually. So this is effective enough. I do like how none of our skills are actually affected by his slow time. I did think that Arcane Turret as a projectile probably would be, but it isn't. It totally isn't. Even the meteors aren't. Sad times for a fellow mage. Surprise! I would say I bet he didn't see that coming, but he probably did. Not that it makes much difference. He died anyway. Alright, let's get back to town. We'll hand this in. Just make sure all of that hair is gone. Right. Aurek. What do we got? So we've got some bits and bobs. That's not any better. That's not any better. Yeah. But no. Yeah, but yeah. We lose a bit of experience, so... Is it worth 0.8% damage? No. And we're not in danger of, like, dying anytime soon, so we don't need the extra survivability. Gone. Weapons. Level 52. Two-handed hammer. Ooh. It is so tempting. And Cataclysm is a fun weapon. And we will end up doing a lot more damage. But we're going to lose all that extra experience. You know, I think we're going to keep what we... How much is it going to cost us? We can afford to make one and just have a look. We're just going to look. Yeah. We're definitely going to use this. Definitely. So, this goes in here. 145% extra damage. We lose a lot on our toughness. But this is totally going to be worth it. Who do I think is the hardest boss? Malthael. I have more deaths to Malthael than any other boss in the game. And that's normally because I get cocky. I get cocky with Malthael. I think, oh, it's going to be fine. He's not going to do anything. And then I slightly misjudge his, like, wingspan thing and then meteor thing, and I get smacked by it. Or I misjudge the swirling skulls as they go around, and I get smacked by them. And it's normally at a point where I'm very, very low on health and have procced my cheat death. The other thing is, he moves really quickly, and with this swirling wind around him, it slows you down, and by the time you teleport away or proc something else, he's still moving faster than you to keep on top of you. I really, really dislike Malthael. So much dislike for him. Okay, we're going to go in for another rift. And try out our new Insano damage.
I wish you luck, hero.
At nearly like 2.5 times the damage that we were doing before. Yep, Insano damage! Man, that is so much damage. And the Sundering as well. It's only 35% chance, but it's still pretty damn good. Ah, I bet my lightning does a ton as well at this point. Anyone to try it out on? Anyone? Anyone? Hello? Hello, bad guys! Yep, that's a lot of damage. It is a little bit interesting that it sunders the ground immediately under me rather than under where I'm attacking. But I suppose that's the nature of the weapon, isn't it? Let's grab this. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do, Isaac. So, past seasons, I've turned them into episode 1, episode 2. So the one that I did earlier today will be episode 1. Because it's 3 hours long, YouTube will probably take until the morning tomorrow to actually process it and let me put it live. Likewise with this one, it will process overnight, and I'll get them both queued up so that they go live tomorrow. And then if I get time to do any further streaming, that'll then become episode 3, and then when I start on Monday night with my brother, it'll be like episode 4, 5, and 6 from there. Those ones will be shorter, probably about half an hour to an hour each. But that's just so that we can have them publishing throughout the week rather than just all in one big ass go. Right. This is so much better with all the extra damage. Cataclysm was a good move. If you cut the videos down to 30 minutes, so with the live streams, I would need to have recorded them offline so that I could put a proper intro and outro on them and all that. Whereas having the interaction on camera and the live chat, it means that people can drop in and drop out, and they know it's a single session that they're watching. It makes it a lot easier to handle the chronology. For the ones that we record on Monday, they're done into 30-minute segments because that's just how we've been doing it for a very long time. But also there's less chat interaction with those, so it makes a lot more sense for the format that we have. And also, the YouTube video editing process is appalling. It is absolutely terror bad. Even just like trying to trim off a couple of minutes from it, it has to reprocess the entire video. So if you've got more than one change to make, you could end up spending a full day just trying to do like 3 or 4 changes with a reasonably long video. Not fun. The other reason is for the analytics. I love information and statistics. I like knowing how many people have watched, how many people have liked, all that kind of stuff. And if you start editing the videos, it has to recalculate the statistics for the new videos, which doesn't really help when you're trying to understand what's popular, what's not, what people like watching, and all stuff like that. Because as much as I'm doing this mostly for me, I'm also doing it so that I can share it with all of you out there. So if I'm producing crap content, I want to know that sooner rather than later. Right, Enlightened Shrine, let's get some more experience. It's going to push us up to 53. Yeah, very much so. But I'm a small channel. I'm a casual gamer. I don't have tens of thousands of subscribers, and I certainly wouldn't have any weight with the YouTube goblins / gremlins if I needed help. Hey, Greg, how's it going? I've not died yet. It got close. It was really close at level 48. Oh yeah, the being able to fling enemies around is one of the reasons why I love this game so much. Ragdolling enemies should be in every game. Titan Quest was brilliant for it. The more damage you did to stuff, like if you overkilled something, the further it would go with the ragdolling. Right, let's get this guy gone. Yeah, it's going quite well, I'd say. Once I get to 60, I get my cheap death so I can relax a little bit, but it's ever so slightly, I want to say stressy, but not really stressy. Worrisome. That's a good way of putting it. Okay, cool. Well, cheers for stopping on in. Hope you're having a relaxing evening now. I mean, that is quite late to be getting out of work, so hopefully everything's gone well. So for those of you in chat, that's actually my brother. He's the person that I play with on Monday evenings, as I was describing earlier. And if you're interested in checking out his channel at some point, that'll be youtube.com/c/ I think it's Greg Sweetman or D Matryx. It'll be one of those, but I think I've got a link in most of my Diablo videos anyway. Failing that, if you go to my channel, on the right-hand side, there's a section that says people you should watch, and his channel will be linked in there. Do check him out. Also, he's currently going through Shadow of War at the moment, which is hella fun to watch. Identical twin brother. Identical twin brother. Oh, let's not be standing right in the middle of those Frozens. Definitely not husband. No. Although he is married, but yeah, my name is not Laura. So, he would not be interested in me. In fact, even if I changed my name, I don't think he would be interested, but that's probably for the best. There is another goblin. I see you. Yeah, stand in the corner over there and let me just murder you. Good, goblin. Grab all of those. Hell yeah, I will. So I'm going to be playing Wizard again this season. I want to keep to the theme of doing the Firebird set. I'll be starting a new character though, so I'm not just power leveling in, so we can actually level up together. But the way I play quite recklessly, so it's always good for me to have a spare leveled character ready to go, just in case I make a mistake or we get disconnected or any. Loads of stuff can happen on hardcore that makes you lose a character. I've had my internet cut out completely before, and I've had to phone Greg to say, hey, can you get into my game to save me? So yeah, having a spare level 70 character, it's good for time saving, but it's also good for sanity, just in case things go badly. Man, I love this extra damage we're doing. Eventually, when we move away from Cataclysm, we're going to go back to like one-handed weapon and source again. But at that point, the one-handed weapons will be doing, hopefully, a little bit more damage than Cataclysm does itself. So it'll all balance out, and it'll still feel like we're doing more, but with less. Or with more, depending on which way you look at it. Doing more with more. Right, these are molten, so... Hey! Hey, the knockback helped! I don't take back everything I've ever said about knockbacks being annoying as all hell, but that was actually useful. That saved me from having to teleport. Ah, the Bandit Shrine. It's very rare. It's been there for quite a long time. Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, if you spot a Bandit Shrine, it's time to get a friend and try and get as much area damage as possible so you can just murder them all, because you can get a hell of a lot of gear from that. Or a hell of a lot of crafting materials, depending on which way you look at things. Glass half full, glass half empty. You've had 3 bandit shrines today. What? That is insane. I would give my brother's right arm for 3 bandit shrines. Frenzied Shrine. I am more fire than you are. Although he is quite fire, I'm just going to say that that's a lot of fire that's coming out of him. Yeah, we successfully face tanked it though. Happy enough with that performance. Right, let's get back. We'll hand this in, and that'll finish off that rift. It's really, really tough to say. I love Archon and Chandotos as a combination. I think that changing into Archon form and then just exploding and everything. I love the concept of going around killing stuff by exploding at it. So I do like Veer's Amazing Arcana for that, but I think my first love was always the Firebird set. And even like with the redesign, I haven't tried it since the redesign, because the last time I played it was all the way back in Season 5, I think, a long time ago. But I'm very much looking forward to seeing how the redesign works. And just the concept of it, you know, giving you another cheat death, get resurrected by a meteor that lands on your body. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Right, what are we going to do? We're going to try and make another weapon? I don't think we can. Level 53. Ooh, yeah, we could, but Cataclysm is just awesome, so no. Let's drop these off. And we'll probably jump into another rift. We've got quite a bit of time left. And there are obviously other wizard builds as well that you can do. I really like the lightning-based slow time one that I did a couple of seasons back. That was hella fun. That was really outside my comfort zone as well, and it just worked so well. Seeing as we've got that channeling pylon on, I was popping as many meteors and everything else as I could for a moment. Apologies for the lack of commentary, but it was like, alright, how can I make this the most efficient? I did kind of screw it up a little bit at the start, but while you're channeling, you can't be casting other things, so it's a bit of a tough choice. Like, do you just go purely for more torrenting? Which you probably should, actually, thinking about it. Or do you go for all the meteors? And in the end, I went for a mix of both, which is probably the worst decision to make. Level 54 coming along nicely. Yeah, that's just a few more than me. I'm not jealous though. I mean, people will watch what they want to watch. I would rather have active people watching the channel that are engaging and talking and being friendly and stuff than 7 million dead. Well, actually, no, I would like the 7 million dead subs, but only because I could use them to arrange business deals, sponsorship, and all that kind of stuff. And it changes the landscape of what you can do. It's amazing what the weight of numbers will do to negotiating power. Although, as we've seen many, many times, having many subscribers doesn't actually make you better. And quite often, it will make you a worse person overall. I'm a pretty bad person as it is anyway. I'm naturally evil and a little bit dickish. But I try not to be a massive knob. Would 7 million subscribers change me? I'd like to think not. It might make me more arrogant though, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Fame! Fame, it corrupts everyone! Stop following me! I'll just kill ya. Put you out of your misery. It feels pretty satisfying, actually. The rift's not going massively quickly, but we are getting good experience from it, so... You win some, you lose some, depending on which way you go look at it. Although a lot of that's down to perception. The kind of stutter-stepping feel that I get from these woods. I do love these woods. They've normally got a good number of elite mobs and things to fight. But because I'm not directly in the middle of them fighting them, it feels a bit weird. If I was doing this as a barbarian, I'd be like in the thick of it all the time and it would feel very different. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And having just come from playing a barbarian last season, it will take a while to get back in the mindset of the wizard. Okay. Right in the middle. All the explosions on me. Yeah, let's go down around this way. That's the Moonlight Ward going off with those explosions. It's really quite powerful, actually. Hey, shield pylon. Well, let's grab the chest, and then we'll kill everything that comes near us at the same time. Right, you guys first. Yeah. Tau Rashers is a brilliant fun build anyway. Just dropping meteors everywhere, switching up the elemental damage. I very much enjoyed it when I played it before. I would love to see an attempted pet-based build for wizards, though. You know, something to make your mirror images permanent and do a little bit more damage, or increase your damage based on the number you had out at any one time. Yeah, if they were to introduce a new set for each class, I think I'd want a mirror image based one for the wizard. That would actually be pretty damn cool. It could even be something as simple as, like, at the highest level, while it does increase your damage, the extra ability is when you take fatal damage, you swap places with one of your mirror images instead, and they die instead of you. And, like, that effect can trigger once every X amount of time. Because it may not be enough to, like, get you completely out of trouble, but it would be thematically kind of interesting. It's like, oh, which one's the wizard? Can you ever really tell? Let's refresh those. So yeah, until I get the etched sigil, the meteor's pretty much just sitting on my bar, not doing a great deal. Let me just dismiss that notification. There we go. And you know what? We may as well push on, actually. Hello, monsters. Hello? And power shrine, that's good. Kinda need things to kill. Right, you'll go. You'll do. So I don't actually know, because I only play seasonal characters. While it does all get combined, I've not bothered checking. Can I actually... Can I find it out that way? No, I can't. I think I'd have to, like, go to my profile to find it out. Yeah, don't know. I'd have to make a non-seasonal character to find out. Because I tend to clear down my characters as well in between seasons. It's not going to be massively high. I'm a casual gamer. While I have been playing for a number of seasons, I don't tend to go above Paragon 750 in any one season anyway. So even when they get combined, it's not going to be huge. Yeah, this is better. Get some good mobs to kill. Feel like death sloths following us around. Yep, get all the murder on them. Who are we fighting? It's the Bone Warlock. Hello, Mr. Bone Warlock. We are, of course, almost entirely focusing on him. No, not going to move me around. Empowered Shrine makes short work of that. Alright, let's get these last bits cleared out. Make the area safe. And we can head back and hand this in.
I need to go back.
Victoire, as we say. Well, not quite. The Paragon level from your seasonal characters gets added onto the Paragon level of all your remaining characters when the season ends. So non-seasonally, I will have quite a high Paragon level, even though I don't have any non-seasonal characters at the moment. Let's give you this. In fact, you can have this one. Slightly better for you. You could also have this. That'll do a little bit more damage. I'll re-gear him properly another time. But for the moment, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's so that the time you invest in the season doesn't get completely lost. Let's see if I can find out. Yeah, I think it all combines to 854. Yeah. Yeah, so it's not massive, but it's pretty reasonable. Yeah, last season I only pushed up to, I think it was 650 Garrigan levels, and they will be combined with the ones from previous seasons, and that's pushed up to 854. So not a lot actually. But overall, I don't get many hours to play with the characters. So we make the most with what we can. Right, let's jump in and we'll do another rift. That's going to push us up to 55. I've got about 15 minutes left, so this may be the last one that I do. But we'll see. And after that, I'm going to need to get myself a drink, have a bit of a leg stretch, and then do some tidying up before bed. You know, adulting stuff. And everyone kind of always forgets that you have to do this stuff. Put it off and put it off, and you'll never get done, and then you just end up living in squalor. And no one wants that. I especially don't want that. Still, we can at least get this rift done before we do that. They are health sharing, which is fine. I don't mind killing them all together. Just like that. Bang! Level 55. That unlocks Frozen Orb for us. Magic Weapon Deflection, which is kind of cool. Arcane Dynamo. Let's actually have a look at our passive skills quickly. Yeah. Don't care about any of those. Wait, stop it. I was looking at my skills. That's just rude. And getting smacked every now and then for 15% damage does actually improve my mobility massively. I think Illusionist is definitely something that's going to stay with the build. What I wonder though is whether it's 15% before or after damage reduction. Because if it's like before damage reduction, then that could very, very easily just like keep teleport permanently up. Oh god, no. This is bad. This is so bad. Right. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. That was a terrible place to not have a teleport available. That could have ended it for us there. My pulse is actually racing right now. It's before. Cool. So next guaranteed stream is on Monday. I'm going to see if I get some time to do some tomorrow, but I don't know what time that's going to be. I've got some jobs that I need to take care of. But Monday for definite. That'll be Monday evening. So aiming to start about 7:30 GMT. That's London time. Well, it's normally between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. It depends on when me and my brother get out of work, really.
Not ready yet.
Right. Any more for any more over here. Toughness does scale up quite nicely as we're channeling this. I do love that flame ward. Let's just get those mobs gone. They don't need to be standing next to me any longer than necessary. And I'd say no time is necessary. So, you know, just kill them. Of course not. It was a fire from the sky. The way these travel around, they remind me of the old XCOM blaster bombs. Zip, 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 zip. It does indeed. Right, let's get some more arcane power. You know what, I'll do it from over this side, just so I'm not getting frozen by your dumbass frozen orb all the time. Do not block my way.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
It's frustrating enough as it is, having to navigate through all these broken battlements. This is one of the gaps that you can teleport across. I'm not going to do that right now. We're going to go up and round, make sure that progress is clear. Until I get my cheat death, I should be playing a lot more carefully than I am. Corners and doors. Corners and doors. You've got to clear it as you move forwards. I mean, this is massively keeping up our arcane power levels. That is not a good place for a beam to appear. Thankfully, we killed him before it could spawn in. I was thinking we were going to have to jump out of there very quickly. Alright, what do we got? Upstairs. So we're up to 71% at the moment. That's pretty respectable, I'd say. We killed the Devil Dogs, Fallen Hounds. Devil Dogs, Demon Dogs, Demon Dogs. Demon Dogs is a better terminology for it. Man, when we get the etch sigil, we're going to just be like throwing stuff all over the place. Probably until I actually get it, I'm going to keep electrocute on my bar. Because it will be very useful to have. But once I get it, black hole will take its place. Hey there, Crytek! Good to have you joining. How are things over in Mixerland? Nope. Back up the hell out of that. A little bit too dangerous. What shrine is that? Oh, conduit pylon. Okay. So we're up to 84%. Let's run! Cool, cool. Well, it's good to have you joining for the stream. I hope you're having a fun Friday. Most of the other people are watching on YouTube at the moment, but it should interlink chat between the two services. Come on, more mobs. I need more things. Yes, you! Kill them all. And the conduit pylon's already gone. Oh well. We tried, we tried. Yep, in London, well, in fact, in all of Europe, Season 13 started at 4 PM. It's now 11:43 PM, so quite a few hours ago. I did a little bit earlier, then I took a break for some food, and now we're just finishing out a last rift to round the evening. Yeah, going for the Firebird's wizard set this time, but also I've got a little bit of a personal challenge with my brother. We're both going to try and make Legacy of Nightmares Rimeheart builds and see who can make the better one. Be a little bit of fun to just mix things up a bit. Right, it's a Crusader King. We'll wait for that beam to vanish so I can actually go through safely. And safely is a relative term, of course. Man, we do so much damage. He does quite a bit himself, though. I mean, I've got to give him that. Congratulations, Wallafried. Made it to tier 20 already. Absolutely stonking along. We'll just make this area safe and then we'll head back to town. Why am I killing unicorns? So there are secret levels in the Diablo universe, Whimsydale and Whimsyshire, which are tongue-in-cheek hat-tip references to the secret cow level that was in Diablo 2, which in itself was a tongue-in-cheek hat-tip to the comments that there was a secret way of getting the cows armed in Diablo 1. And Whimsydale and Whimsyshire are full of happy, prancing rainbows, teddy bears, and unicorns that all want to kill you. With the Nephilim Rifts, it randomly picks monsters to populate them, and sometimes you get those. You can have entire cow rifts as well, populated with deadly, deadly bovines. But they're a lot rarer. Ooh. It will do more damage and it will give us more toughness. I think we're going to have to. Cataclysm, you are gone for now. Bovine Bardish, indeed. That's one of the drops that you can get from them. I think the rest of it can probably all be salvaged up. This will do more damage whichever one I put it on, so you can have that. Right, let's salvage these. We'll get rid of Cataclysm. And that ring can now just go on the ground. Yeah, exactly that. You can use the bovine bardish in the cube in order to force the cow level. We don't have the cube yet. I'm going to wait until Monday to actually pick that up with my brother, I think. If I make it to level 70 before then, I may just go and get it myself. But I'm not in a rush. This is, of course, a casual gaming channel. We're not super rushing for the leaderboards or anything. We're just setting fun objectives for the duration of the season to keep things interesting as they go along. Right, did I hand that in with Auric? Yes, I did. Okay, well, I think that's going to have to be a point for me to finish for the evening. This has been a hell of a lot of fun. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming along. It's always good when the season starts and we get to see some new faces and returning old familiar faces. As I said earlier, if you are enjoying these streams, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, then you should subscribe and you'll be notified when I go live in the future. Throughout the course of this season, I'm going to try and live stream as much as I can. It will be evenings and weekends because I do have a day job. But every Monday, it's guaranteed that I'll be playing with my brother. We start off doing a couple of different games, Victor Vran at the moment, and then Divinity Original Sin, and then we'll be changing over to Diablo 3, where we'll be running through co-op. So if you subscribe to the channels, you'll be notified when that goes live. It's normally around 7:30 London time. I am absolutely knackered. It has been a hell of a lot of fun. Thank you so much for all coming along, and hopefully I'll see you again for more Diablo 3. I'll see you soon.